Hi you all, welcome back to another episode of Prospering Property. My name is Jasmyn and I hope you stay tuned to this episode. I don't know what it's going to be about, so we're just going to talk and see. But I feel like what God really wants to put on me today is my journey so far with trusting in Him and learning how to rest. In the year 2022, God told me to quit my job. I was unprepared and not ready, so I stalled until March of 2023. On April 1st, I was officially without a job and walking by faith. Shortly that month, I moved to Houston, and I have been walking by faith ever since. I have not had a 9-to-5 in that time. A lot has changed in that time as well, but one thing that has stayed consistent is God's grace and His covering. I haven't gone without anything for the last year, and I don't want to forget to mention I also have my 3 children with me, and I am a single mother by definition, but their father is in the picture where he does help and contribute. So I like to say that I am a mother who is single. But anywho, I just wanted to share that piece so that you know the weight that was on my shoulders when I decided to walk by faith and trust God to lead us into a promised land. Now, 1 year later, what I thought was going to happen did not happen, the good and the bad. I sold my car, so I'm also without my vehicle, but we have maintained the roof over our head, our electricity. We have always had a meal to eat, and all of my bills have been paid. Not always on time, but always paid. And so I wanted to be an encouragement to someone who may be starting on their fresh walk with God, or maybe they have been in the storm for a little while now and they're starting to lose hope and faith that God is going to make a way out of no way. I'm here to say and to share that God will sustain you. I too was looking at the calendar like, okay, Lord, okay, when are you going to do it? When are you going to bring me up out of this season? And what I now realize a whole year later, because that's how long it took, kind of similar to how it took the children of Israel 40 years to make it somewhere where theologians say should have taken them at the most 2 weeks, is that when God calls you to rest, He really truly wants you to rest. And at times I thought I was resting, but really I wasn't. I would become anxious and worry about how things were going to get done or when they were going to get done. Back in December, I didn't have December's rent. And so my lease in the office let me know that they were going to begin an eviction process if I didn't pay. And you all, that whole month of December, I tried my best to put it off, put it out of my mind and just focus on what God said. But there was a part of me that was like, okay, Lord, is today gonna be the day? How is it gonna get done? Like, when are you going to do it? And you all, He did not do it until January 3rd, a whole month later. And what's beautiful about it is not only did He pay December's rent, but He also paid January's rent at the same exact time. And on top of that, my lease in the office never even began the eviction process. So I spent some time worrying that I probably could have just spent doing what God wanted me to do, which was 1, to rest, 2, to trust in Him, and 3, continue doing what it is that He told me to do. So how do you rest in a storm? You rest by keeping your eyes on God. You rest by spending time in His Word. You rest by doing what it is that He told you to do. And you also rest by not worrying. Worrying is not going to do anything for you, if only stress you out and cause you to doubt. So if God told you He's going to do something, believe that He's going to do it. Now, He may not tell you when He's going to do it or even how He's going to do it. So that's the part that we typically worry about, especially if we have an idea in our mind of what we want it to look like. It's never going to look at all what you hope it will look like. So please, 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 please do your best not to dream or try to envision what God is going to do for you. He loves to surprise us, and he will surprise you. Also, how to rest in God is to make sure that you're getting adequate sleep. Sometimes in the past, because I was also trying to do things in my own timing, because there would be times when I was doing what God told me to do, but I felt like, okay, maybe I'm delayed. Maybe I took too long doing it, so maybe I need to stay up tonight or wake up super early in the morning to work on this even more so that I can get it done at a certain time. And then once it's done, then he's going to take it and he's going to make it blossom overnight. And y'all, he never would. I would spend hours, or I would be up all day, up all night, trying to make things happen in my own timing, even though it was something that God told me to do. It's just I wasn't doing it how he told me to do it, which is to just trust in him to take it to a place where I can't take it. If you try to take what he's blessing you with and turn it into your God, he's not going to continue to bless you with it. God is a jealous God. Even if it is a blessing that he gave to you, it's very easy for us to start worshiping the created versus the creator. So make sure that you're getting rest, physical rest. You're actually going to sleep at night. When you wake up in the morning, you're spending time with God first. You're not thinking about how A and B is going to get done. You're going to take it to God and say, God, please help me with my disbelief. Help me grow more comfortable in the season that I'm in. Lord, help me to see what it is that you need for me to see in this moment. Lord, show me the step to take. If there is anything that I'm doing right now that is not of you and not from you, then Lord, please open my eyes to see it and give me the ability and the strength to cease from doing it any longer. Once you put God first, everything just will start to flow. And you know, I know somebody out there might be like, well, you just don't understand. I hope, I may not be in the same situation that you're in, but I am in a situation currently where my lease is ending at the end of May. And I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I'm packing. I'm getting ready, and I'm making a list of what it is that I would like to have in the new home, and I'm staying open to receive what it is he's going to bring my way. So just because you're resting, that does not mean that you just lay in bed all day and you watch movies and you just lay around. That's not what rest means. But to rest, it means to not worry, not stress, not try to figure it all out, because you can't. God's ways are not our ways. So I hope this is like the most helpful way I can share with you on how to rest in God. You rest in God by trusting in God, by knowing that just because it doesn't look a certain way does not mean that God is not there. God moves in the messiest situations. He does his best work when all hope seems to be lost. I can't tell you how many times in this past year that God showed up at the last moment, sometimes beyond what I thought was the last moment. And God has shown me repeatedly, he got me. He's going to take care of it. So stop worrying, stop fearing, stop stressing. Be strong, be courageous, do what you can. But don't try to make a way out of no way, because you will more than likely mess things up and probably delay what it is that he has for you even further. Moving forward, I will do a 1 year later update and just go into detail on just what all God has taught me in this year walking by faith and with him. When I say I am a new person, like I'm not who I once was, and I don't even know how to really describe it, but you know, that's usually how God works. But he took me from someone who felt so broken, so lost, so incomplete, so tired, so, you know, just wanting more. And he took everything away from me. And I am now feeling as if I am in my best health I've ever been in. I feel like the most clear I've ever been. I have a joy that cannot be taken away from me. And I feel so full. And you all, to be honest, I don't really have much to my name. But I feel so rich. And it's just funny how God works. So let him use you. Let him take you through whatever it is that he needs to take you through to get you to where you need to be. It's all a matter of perspective. And sometimes I think because it's not what we want it to be, or it doesn't look like what we want it to look like, that we overlook the beauty of our season and just how beautiful the season truly is. Because although I do not have income that comes in regularly, or you know, I don't have my car, I don't have a means to get out and see the city like I used to, or even the finances to go see the city like I used to, I still have so much to be thankful for and to be grateful for. I get to spend so much time with my babies, and this is something that I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be able to raise my babies and spend every day with them until they went to school, because I do know once school starts, I will see them less. And it's gonna be like that for the rest of our lives. Like this little period of time is my opportunity to spend as much time with them as possible, because once school starts, they're usually gone for like 8 hours a day. And then once they get to be adults, then they go out and they make their own way in life. And you don't spend every day with your children when they're adults. Me personally, I don't spend every day with my own parents. So I just always knew, for me, how important the first 5 years of a child's life was. And so to be able to spend this time with them, I know it is a luxury that not many are afforded, and for that I am internally grateful. So if that means me not being able to buy whatever I want whenever I want, or go wherever I want when I want, then that's a price that I will happily pay again, because the relationship that we are cultivating, you know, I can't put a price on that. So I just wanted to share that, because sometimes we do overlook what we do have when we are so focused on what we don't have. So you all, enough. I'm gonna stop rambling here, but I hope you all have an amazing day. And in the meantime, in between time, let's continue to prosper properly as his property. Prospering property.